Hi guys! Back to back recording again. Hello guys, welcome back to a new video. Back to back recording again because I've left all my filming to last minute and haven't done it over the weekend. It's actually quite a nice Sunday evening now. So in today's video I'm actually going to tell you about something that happened last night. Something that absolutely scared the crap out of me. And I feel like it would be an entertaining story to tell you guys. I mean, I still can't do much with the Colt because the Colt's still broken. But I thought I'd tell you this story about the Colt. So last night, which would be Saturday night, I went and visited my girlfriend at college because she had her weekend duties. And from the get-go, I had a deep down gut instinct that something was going to go wrong. What the fuck is happening on my hair? I don't know. Anyway, yeah. I had a very deep down feeling that something was either not going to go to plan or was going to go completely wrong. And that it did. So, for those of you that don't know, I live in a little town in Kent called Sittingbourne. I didn't want to give that out because now probably people are going to come and perv on me or something. I don't know. But I live in a little town called there. And about 20-something miles away is where my girlfriend's college is, in a little village called Hadlow, which is out by Tunbridge Wells. So I undergone that 20-odd mile journey in the Colt. The car was running perfectly fine. It was actually running pretty sweet. Still obviously got no boost, but hey-ho. But, you know, nothing was out of the ordinary. Nothing was playing up. It was, you know, no CAN bus issues or anything like that. It was perfectly fine. And then I get down onto the motorway, the M20, and driving along, and then all of a sudden I hit a traffic jam because 2 lanes of the M20 were shut. Now I'm sitting there and I am panicking for the last half a mile because I was literally half a mile away from the turn-in I had to take, the junction I had to take. And I was panicking. Like I kept on looking at my dials, kept on looking at the radio display, all that sort of stuff. And I was just sitting there and I was like, please do not mess about with me now. Please don't. And thankfully it didn't. It managed to plough through the traffic jam, managed to get me all the way to South College perfectly fine, which was really good. So anyway, got there, met Soph, waited for Soph to get changed and all that when she had finished doing her weekend duties, and set out to go for a Valentine's meal because we didn't see each other Valentine's Day. So we went to Frankie and Benny's down in Tunbridge Wells, and for the first half of the journey the car was fine. Then it started hiccuping a little bit due to the CAN bus issue, but weirdly it didn't completely mess about. Like, it just had the occasional hiccup and the occasional spasm. It wasn't consistent and completely knackered like it has been the past couple of times. Now, this was somewhat relieving to me because when it proper goes wrong, it scares the crap out of me. But, you know, it just, every now and then when I stepped on the accelerator to like speed up sort of thing, it would just occasionally have a hiccup, which was weird. So anyway, we made it to Frankie and Benny's perfectly fine. Had a lovely meal. I love Frankie and Benny's. Soph loves Frankie and Benny's. It's one of our favourite places to go for food. So yeah, finished the meal. Drove all the way back home to Soph's college perfectly fine. And yeah, the car was faultless. Got us home safe. No issues, nothing. And then a couple of hours later, it came to me leaving to come back home to where I am now. And I walked outside Soph's room and Soph's building, and it was foggy. Really, really foggy. Foggy to the point you could not see in front of you. I'm not exaggerating. And walking back to my car, I had the gut instinct that something was going to go wrong. I really, really, really had the gut instinct. Like, it just seemed like a horror movie. So anyway, I set off home, took it easy because I couldn't see nothing. Driving back down the M20 to head back towards my hometown, and on the big like display billboard motorway alert sign things, it said A249 northbound closed. which is where I had to go. So there's me that's like, oh damn, something's gonna go down now. Something's gonna go completely and utterly wrong. So anyway, I'm driving down the motorway, and I know you're not allowed to go on your phones, but I had no choice here. I pulled my phone out of my pocket, got Google Maps up to Google my way home. Thankfully, the motorway was quite empty, and it wasn't foggy on the motorway at that point. Otherwise, I would not have done it. I would have pulled over. So I've pulled my phone out, I've gone on Google Maps, and I've Googled another alternative way home, which literally took me somewhat 30 seconds because Google Maps is pretty well set up for me. So, you know, yes, I wouldn't say I broke the law, but I bent the law, I'd say. I hold my hands up. I know you're not allowed to go on your phones, but like I said, I had no choice, and it was a case of me getting home or not getting home. So yeah, the Google Maps took me past the A249 and took me to the next exit, of which case that meant country lane driving. So anyway, I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh no, here we go. And yeah, out into the country lanes I went. And it got foggy again. Really foggy. So I'm sitting there taking it easy through the country lanes, and then bam, traction control light comes up. I'm like, here we go, here's the start of the play about again. So anyway, it carried on driving completely fine actually, which was quite weird. Carried on driving completely fine, nothing out of the ordinary, just a traction control warning light up. So, you know, I'm just driving, minding my own business, keeping an eye on stuff like I do with that car at the moment. And then I get to this really steep hill out in the country lanes called Hollingbourne Hill. Hollingbourne's a little village in the middle of nowhere where phone signal is crap. And I start climbing up this hill, and then my car starts hiccuping and spasming out the whole way up. And it scared the absolute crap out of me. I was like, do not break down now. It is foggy as fluff, and I've got no phone signal. Luckily, Google Maps works offline. I was like, please do not play me about now. So anyway, whilst I'm driving along, I get my phone to call my dad because I've got the voice operation thing. And I called my dad and I said, look dad, I'm here. My car's starting to play up. I'll keep you updated. He only heard bits of the conversation because the signal was so bad, and it in fact cut the phone call out. So I called him right back again, and thankfully he could hear me. I'd got into a clearer spot. And I said to him, look, my car's not playing up now, but it had. Just thought I might make you aware just in case something happens. So I said, this is where I am, this is where I'm likely to be, somewhere around here. So anyway, I carried on driving, and thankfully, and I don't know why, but I thank the Colt so much for this, it did not play about anymore. It literally just had a little hiccup going up this like half a mile long hill, and that was it. It was perfectly fine the rest of the way home, and I thank it so much for being so, because had I broke down out there, it was thick fog, I had barely any phone signal, it was cold, and it would have been my first time actually properly breaking down as well. So that was not good. But thankfully, the car got home. It got me home. It's sitting outside now, parked like absolute rubbish because people around me had parked like rubbish and I couldn't really line up with them, if that makes sense. But it's home, it's outside. It got me home safe and it did not play about. But I just thought I might share this really scary experience, as seeing as it was my first technical glitch sort of thing on my own in a bad scenario, and I thought I'd make some quite exciting content. So I just want to thank you guys for hearing this story. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one next week. Goodbye.